Get out of my face.
You don't want me to tell everyone what you've done, right?
Really? You want me to tell what you've done, baby?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sweetie, you have no idea what I know.
Salt Lake City might be buried underneath the snow, but Meredith Marks just unleashed some dragon energy over the icy slopes. Word on the street is our icy queen lost her entire mind on set, hurling accusations so wild, so unhinged, and also so entirely just unserious that production had no choice but to snatch her mic and shut it all
I
down.
would have said, shut it down. I don't need the world seeing. Shut it down.
Now, there is an article that has come out via the US Sun claiming to have heard directly from an insider that Meredith has not, in fact, been suspended as initially reported. The insider is quoted as saying she's not pleased about the rumors and nastiness. She wouldn't be surprised if the call was coming from inside the house and Brittany was leaking all this to herself to stay relevant. I don't know, for an allegation of this nature, I'm going to need both Bravo and Meredith to confirm or deny directly here. And also, that article from The Sun does confirm that yes, a massive meltdown does take place on the set and that the blogs are onto something, even though they deny a suspension at this time. The blogs, the production snitches, and the blind items are reporting that Meredith has just been suspended from filming after an explosive confrontation on set. And if the whispers are true, Bravo is done playing with fire. We are currently protesting from what just transpired with Kenya, but another good girl is being deleted from the tapes as we speak. In a shocking turn of events, Meredith reportedly went from being disengaged to a full-blown meltdown on the set, unleashing her wrath on fellow cast member Brittany. Except this was not one of the standard ridiculous tantrums that come with the franchise. No, this was a frightening escalation, it says here, because Meredith reportedly lost her mind and accused fellow cast member Brittany of anti-Semitism and used a highly inappropriate term related to minors. You know, the P word that is so serious for an accusation that I wouldn't even mention it here. These allegations, if true, could have significant implications for both Meredith and the show's production. For one, Brittany could file a lawsuit, obviously, and Bravo clearly refuses to be dragged into one of those, especially after everything that transpired with Nene and Brandy's lawsuit some time ago. And many are saying those lawsuits are the reason the girls are being suspended left, right, and center. The girls are getting suspended. You hear me? Now, let's talk about what exactly set Meredith spiraling off the cliff this time. And spoiler alert, it starts with the Mistress, a messy cast, and some very familiar marriage problems. According to multiple insiders, the chaos began during filming for season 6 when long-standing rumors about Seth Marks, yes, Meredith's "where is he this week" husband, were dragged into the spotlight. The allegation that Seth has a mistress. And this wasn't just some background gossip. It wasn't Whitney reading a filthy note about Lisa and John's marriage for the sake of drama.
In fact, Lisa and John can vouch for her because she has made out with Lisa while jerking off John. What the is that?
I don't believe
what
it.
the is that?
I chose that because I feel like the worst part of things that I've done to you have been about your marriage.
Apparently, this had now become a full-blown storyline for the upcoming season, suggesting that it was her turn to tussle through a takedown. And considering that she has spread some pretty nasty rumors about Angie's husband in the previous seasons, I can see how one or two of the ladies said, okay, too much stone throwing in a glass mansion.
Do you know what? You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there. Don't. With me. Okay. Tell her to off.
Whitney Rose, Angie K, and even Heather Gay were all reportedly stirring the pot. There were whispers not only that Seth had been unfaithful, but that some of the women might have actually known the other woman involved. See, now if that's true, it wouldn't just explain Meredith's meltdown, it would make it personal, not because of the cheating rumors alone, but because of who was helping fuel the fire behind the scenes. Enter Brittany, the new housewife on the blog, and apparently the one who caught the bulk of Meredith's wrath. While the exact details are still foggy at this point, what's circulating is that Brittany made a comment or insinuation that struck a serious nerve with Meredith during a heated group conversation about Seth. And instead of disengaging like she normally does, Meredith snapped. That's when the alleged accusations of anti-Semitism and the extremely inappropriate P-word claim came flying out of her mouth. The moment was said to be so intense, it brought filming to a halt, with producers stepping in almost immediately to suspend Meredith from further participation until further notice. But now here's the thing. What exactly is it about this particular rumor that drove Meredith over the edge? No, because troubles in her marriage are very well documented on the show, and I've loved how she and Seth have been transparent about how they are navigating their difficulties. What's more, Jen Shah had already previously accused Meredith of having an affair.
Who's calling who a fraud? Love you, baby. Ask your 10 other boyfriends.
Meredith herself has enjoyed her fair share of swipes from this group, from being accused of being a pill popper.
She told me that you two were both. She told me that you two were both ketamine or something.
To using her son to win wars. She's dealt with the flames and clash of allegedly spreading a false narrative about Angie being a serious member of a Greek mafia, and has even survived a whole season where her whole thing was that she was an FBI informant at some point. Compared to this meltdown, she was relatively gracious, through even being framed as a rat on this show. And another thing, I need to know what really set her off, because if we are talking about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, the mess is historical. No other franchise has brought this level of unhinged chaos in such a short time, and the allegations that have flown around, pure tabloid gold with a sprinkle of cult energy, federal heat, and a few prescription bottles rattling in the distance. We're talking about Mary Cosby's church allegedly operating like a full-blown cult, with congregation members handing over their life savings and calling her God on earth, all while she scolded them for cheap birthday gifts. Then there's Jen Shah, who traded glam for orange jumpsuits after getting arrested on camera for a nationwide fraud scheme targeting the elderly. She pled guilty and is now serving 6.5 years in federal prison. But not before fleeing the feds in a van like it was a season finale stunt. Lisa Barlow's infamous hot mic meltdown accusing Meredith Marks of popping pills and worse. Meanwhile, Lisa's tequila brand Vida was under fire too, with castmates questioning whether it was more vibes than viable. Angie Harrington's husband created a secret troll account that torched cast members behind their backs. Heather Gay showed up with a black eye and refused to explain how it happened. And Meredith was out here whispering that Angie K's husband had boyfriends all over Salt Lake. See how dark they can really get over there? Comment down below, like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel. I need answers. I need to know what is it about these allegations that drove her over the edge. And if it's true what they are saying here, that the mistress is known by the girls, then I can see how that would maybe be the final straw. As of now, there has been no official confirmation regarding Meredith's status on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. However, the lack of denial from both Bravo and Meredith herself has led many to believe that there may be some truth to the suspension rumors. Because of the serious nature of what Meredith supposedly said about Britanni, maybe the responsible thing would have been to have quickly cleared the air, to say, calm down. There's no way in hell the sis would say something like that, especially when last season was all about the rumor she herself participated in spreading about Angie's husband. Back in season 4, she didn't just vaguely allude to drama involving Angie's husband Sean. She flat out said she heard rumors that he was cheating on Angie with other men, plural. And while she tried to deflect accountability by claiming she was merely repeating what she'd heard, the damage was already done. Meredith tried to keep her hands clean, but her voice was all over the mess. So now, fast forward to the filming of season 6, and the same Meredith, who was comfortable airing out alleged affairs in someone else's marriage, is reportedly spiraling over whispers about her own. And not just spiraling, exploding, which makes a lot of people wonder,
not drink that last drink.
Did the rumors about Seth and the alleged mistress strike a nerve a little too deep? Because it's giving projection, it's giving retaliation, and maybe it's even giving karma? And if karma is collecting receipts, it just walked into Bravo HQ wearing a lawsuit-proof blazer and carrying a mic pack. Because Meredith's alleged suspension isn't just Housewives chaos, it's part of a bigger shift, and the streets are noticing. Days after Kenya Moore got benched over revenge corn claims on RHOA, now Salt Lake City's resident Snow Queen is allegedly out for weaponizing accusations that could land the whole cast in legal quicksand. Bravo clearly no longer playing with fire. They are fireproofing the network that once turned mess into money, pausing filming mid-season and suspending cast like its HR orientation. That's no coincidence. After former housewives like Nene Leakes and Brandy Glanville pulled out a legal arsenal alleging everything from racism to workplace misconduct, Bravo seems to be realizing that the same formula that made reality TV iconic could also be its undoing. You can't build a franchise on escalation, then act shocked when the cast starts playing nuclear.
I can't help you with the kind of crazy stories that you tell. This makes no sense to me.
So now the fans are asking, is this accountability, damage control, or just Bravo quietly power washing its hands before the lawsuits land? Whatever it is, it's giving clean up an aisle, Salt Lake. Now tell me what you think down below in the comments. Like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching until here. Until next time, bye.